This is Robert Mardlacci of the Mindshare Workspace and Mindshare Learning, and your host for this afternoon's podcast, and for an inside look at our summer co-op interns and who are shaping the future of work. In 3 weeks, they will have gained some tremendous experience. They got 1 week left. We've had the pleasure of working with four bright and motivated co-op students, Janita, Rania, Maya, and Hala. Thank you so much for your hard work. And while we're already heading into the final week, as I mentioned, we wanted to take a moment to reflect on what they've experienced, learned, and enjoyed most during the time here at the Mindshare Workspace. So let's get into it and welcome, team. Thank you for joining me on this annual podcast that we do with our students to give them an experience on, podcasting and learning to project their voice and create scripts and do all the things that we do on a regular basis. We really like to give them an immersive experience. So for the first question, out of all the places you've come and done your co-op, why did you, that you had options to choose from, why did you select Mindshare?
So for me personally, it was that I want to go into engineering, and that's a field that is hard to get like very specific relevant experience. It's a very tight field, and they usually only take people who are maybe qualified. And I wanted an experience to build my networking and those skills, and just be able to meet people, and then just build my life skills of get some work experience, learn how to do the things of like organization and multitasking and all of that. And Mindshare seemed like the best fit for me, and I was just really thankful for the opportunity.
Awesome. Maya, over to you.
Sure. I chose Mindshare Workspace because I want to go into either computer science or business. And being here means I get to see real world like projects and ideas, and I can use my skills of Canva and what it means to be present in like a real world space and business and as well.
Hala, over to you. Thank you so much. That's awesome.
Me personally, I want to go into marketing or I want to go into digital media. And Mindshare Workspace felt like a really creative space where I'm able to express myself creatively through running the social media accounts. And there's also so many other businesses here and so many other people. So being able to just meet everyone and explore these businesses, it really felt like a good fit.
Awesome. Last but not least, Rania.
I already went, so
Oh,
Janita.
It'll be mine. So for me, I'm aspiring to be an engineer. So I really want an environment that will challenge me, and Mindshare seemed like the perfect fit. So we have such a vibrant community, and that really gave me the opportunity to learn from so many different people and have so many different ideas, which is something I find really inspiring.
All right, so let's focus on the skills that we build. So it's great to hear. So, what are some of the specific skills that each of you have developed here during the time at Mindshare Workspace? You know, we've had you immersed in entrepreneurship and digital skills and operations. So, who wants to kick this one off?
Again.
Okay,
Sure.
Maya, over to you.
I learned how to upload podcast episodes alongside making campaigns for advertising them and other things like our EdTech Summit coming up. And it made me realize how we can connect to a certain audience and reach them and everything behind the scenes that goes into it.
Thanks so much. Over to you, Janita.
Awesome. So I learned a lot of the same things as Maya did. So lots of technical skills like Canva and StreamYard and Spotify, but also a lot of soft skills like communication and adaptability. Being in a workplace where we're always moving, always changing and prioritizing different things, it helped me develop a lot of transferable skills.
Awesome. Let's go over to Rania, and then we'll go over to Maya. So we'll be in order here. Yes.
Okay. So for me, I touched upon some of the skills a little bit before of just like organization and responsibility, which I think that's like on the high level and it comes with many workplaces. But specifically, I think it's just learning how to prioritize like effectively and on the spot. Like things change, you have a lot of things to accomplish in a day, and you're like working for like long term. For example, we're already working on promoting events happening in August, and we're not here at the time, but we're preparing those posts and reels and different ways that we can market these things. And for example, at the end of the month, we have our Thursday Thrive coming up, and we'll be tying in AI Appreciation Day that just passed with one of our members speaking at it. So like pulling events together, planning, marketing, like from the start to finish of events, we get to experience how to like go from the drawing board all the way to seeing the final product.
Awesome. Oh, over to you.
I've been working on the Twitter and creating graphics for it, so I've kind of learned how to apply my creativity to a workspace and how to benefit a workspace with my skills that I developed not only in school but on my personal time. And I've also learned a lot about time management because we're in a real workspace. We're experiencing how work really is in real life and how fast kind of the workspace goes and how to balance a lot of the workload.
You know, we're so blessed to have you remarkable students. It's impressive how mature you are and how you've taken on the challenges that we've thrown at you. So with that, all is awesome. And now let's talk about where you were doing all this. Why do you think co-working spaces, especially this one here, is a good place to explore tech ideas? I was so impressed when I came in yesterday, and you're all four of you working away in the lounge area, and it just made me think about school environments and how I've seen some innovative environments, but to this day, most are still traditional industrial models of learning. And I'd love your thoughts on your experience and even what we could do better. Who's going to go next?
I'll go first.
Okay.
So I think a co-working space inside a mall is such a great idea because you're surrounded by businesses every single day. So you can get so many ideas from places you wouldn't even expect. And not to mention, everything is nearby. If you need food, if you want a break, everything is so close. It's walking distance, and it really helps boost your productivity and creativity.
Well said. Next up, Aya.
Sure. I guess it's because tech isn't built in isolation, and working in a team with other people helps, form ideas, get new ones, and I guess just teamwork and collaboration is very important. And yeah, it's helped me learn more about Canva and other things.
Cool. Anya.
I think like co-working in the first place just helps you to be with people, regardless of like you could be working alone on something, but there's always people nearby that could help you out if you need. And it's so nice to be a part of a team, even if it's on a very like kind of broad level, because there are people doing such different things under one roof. And it's very cool to see everyone just come together just to like everyone's on their own path. Everyone's working towards their own goals with their own interests, but we're all in this space. And it's great to be able to obviously network, you're being able to get to know many people and also just experience how different fields are. And again, that ability to bounce off ideas with other people. And like Janita mentioned, when it's in a mall, you don't associate a mall with stress. It's like a recreation. It's a fun place to be at. And people, there's a lot of the unnecessary like stress things that go away when you're at a place that you typically go for fun. So
Never thought of that, but
yeah.
it's so true.
Yeah, so then you can go have fun in the middle of your workday, and
Cool.
it doesn't feel like you wasted time
Or
at all.
maybe catch a movie.
Yeah, yeah.
I did walk into a movie one time.
Oh.
Just a few minutes because I was dressed up. No one asked me any questions. I just walked in, checked
Yeah.
out a movie. Oh,
The vibe here is just very creative and it's also a very open space. There's so many people that I wouldn't have expected to meet here. It almost feels like a community and everyone's working on their own thing, but despite that, you don't really feel isolated. You get to talk to so many people and you also get to reach out for help from people. And it's just a really great way to branch out ideas and also meet new people and see new experiences and what other people are doing with their lives.
Well said. Well said. Are you guys sure you haven't done a podcast before? Because this is impressive. So final week coming up next week. Um, Lots to look forward to. The Thrive Thursday Feast. Another podcast that you guys are going to lead on your own without me. And I just wonder, what you're looking forward to in your final week. Is there something you'd like to work on that we haven't introduced you to? So I want to make sure you get a full experience. And if you're curious about, a certain area, when you're in the mall, you get uh, young people coming by and being obnoxious. So that happens, right? Just like at school. So that's great effect for the background noise. Um, so yeah, so talk to me about what you're looking forward to, because this has been a 1 month immersive every day. I think every student should have an opportunity to experience a co-op term because it gives you real world experience and you discover things about yourself that you're interested in or not interested in. And I love your thoughts on that as well. So, okay, so we'll go backwards this time. We'll go and hear your feedback.
Of course, I'm looking forward and just getting to connect to more people and meeting people and kind of just bonding with people over food. Um, um, I'm also really looking forward to kind of just making the last few graphics before I leave for the Twitter and also maybe for the Instagram. Just running the social media has been such a fun experience, and I love just being able to work in a real workplace because I get like a real experience of it. So just being able to have that one last time would be really nice.
Oh, cool. And you'll be able to put it on your resume, right? Your LinkedIn. So have you guys done LinkedIn yet?
Yeah.
Okay. That's impressive because I know others who have not at your stage in your career. So kudos to you for that.
Yeah. So for me, I've also been doing a lot of social media work. I've been managing our Instagram, and like I knew that was always something that I enjoyed, like kind of putting videos together and making graphics, but I was never like done in a professional environment at all. So I think I'm looking forward to continuing that for the last week and finishing strong with that, and also preparing things for the month of August when we're not here, so that there's still kind of like promotions that are available. And of course, like I mentioned before, Thursday Thrive. I think more than just the event, like, of course, it's a fun event and it's going to be great with the speaker and everything. But I think it's also just seeing how planning, promoting, and then just seeing it come true. Because I think that's like the biggest thing. And it's just super fun to see something actually come into reality.
Awesome. Janita.
So right now I'm focused on wrapping up our social media campaign for the EdTech Summit and also just creating and scheduling a few more posts for August. As Rania had said, we won't be here, unfortunately. So just doing that. And to build off what you said, if we wanted to do anything more, I would really like to say that we did so much here. You gave us a really well-rounded experience for everything. And
Nice.
I don't think there's anything else I would like to do more than that.
Okay. Maya, thank you for that.
Yeah, I think me and Janetta were working on the EdTech Summit together. I guess we'll have to see it through to the end. And I guess more reels, Instagram reels, I definitely need to make for like certain days, like 10 days before and like things like that. And maybe more of like uploading podcasts onto the website, as I tried that once, but I think I'd like to do it a bit more.
Fantastic. Well, I have to say, again, really grateful for all your contributions that you made. And they're real world, like, mission critical stuff that we got to get out there, get done in order to function as organizations, be it the workspace or learning or C21 Canada. Um, any thoughts in terms of your career pathways? Is there anything different about what you were thinking coming in versus your experience so far? Any deviation, or you're still just quickly say what you want to do when you're beyond high school?
I've always known that I want to do something art related or something that I can at least be creative in. So, social media, I guess through this kind of confirms that social media would be a really strong career for me as I excel in it. And overall, just marketing and advertising really interested me through this experience as well.
Awesome.
I think I'm kind of still fixed on the engineer kind of pathway because it's been like a childhood dream that's just been like
Nice.
been kept along. But I think I'm definitely more engaged in the entrepreneurship side of like careers because that's also something I've thought about a lot, but there isn't that exposure in schools. Like entrepreneurship isn't something that's taught to you. Like there are business courses, but entrepreneurship isn't exactly something you're exposed to. So being able to see that and being able to learn from Robert, an entrepreneur himself, I think that helped me to just be like, that's still possible and it's something that, seems fun to look into.
Cool. Janita.
For me, I still very much want to be an engineer, as Rania said, but I think having this placement here helped me kind of strengthen that passion because being able to problem solve and adapt, which is all skills that we need for engineering, and having experience doing that, I found like I really enjoy doing those things. So I think for me personally, it just increased my passion for it.
Great to hear. And last but not least, Maya.
I've never really considered marketing ever, but I think this like co-op experience definitely like put it in my process. I guess for business, it connects in some way, so I haven't really deviated much, but I guess I'm just starting to think about it more. So,
Excellent. I would be remiss if I didn't ask you about AI. And so, since we've been immersed for the last 3 weeks and you've been leveraging AI, what is your take on what you've garnered with AI in terms of how you interface with how we use it and how it might be used in school differently than you've used it in the past?
In this workspace, it's viewed and used very differently compared to school. So I feel like just being able to experience it and use it here, I view it much more as a beneficial like tool. It helped us with a lot throughout these past few weeks, and it also helped just increasing our ideas and making it better. And I do feel like it's very useful.
Okay.
I agree with Hala. Like it's seen very differently at Mindshare, and it's really helpful to get a new perspective. Like AI is definitely a tool and not something to be scared of using necessarily. And it's sometimes presented as a really bad thing to use, which like I understand where teachers are coming from. Like people need to do their work, they need to understand content, they can't just use AI. But that doesn't mean AI is not a tool and it can't help enhance ideas and help you start to think different ways. And that's what we use it for here at Mindshare. And I think it'd be great if we could implement that in schools and start using it in a way to help us and not for, let's say, cheating. Like not for that, but just to help us make our learning more solidified.
Thank you for that.
My take is I think at Mindshare we've seen that AI doesn't replace our creativity. It kind of just helps us tap into it. So, for example, we were designing a post for one of our offers, and we use AI to like generate ideas on like what we can say, but we don't use it to really create the design itself. There is still much of a human aspect to it, which I think a lot of people are scared that it's going to replace humanity entirely. So, I think just using it as a tool rather than a replacement is how we should look at it.
Thank you so much for that, Maya.
I would say using it responsibly is something I was taught here at
Well
Mindshare.
said. Well said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just using it for productivity. And we know if none of us can think of anything, we're not going to sit here for an hour doing nothing. Yeah.
Fantastic. Well, that was amazing and one of the best student podcasts to date. I know I spoke to you a lot about how the importance of preparation, and you did well in your preparation and projecting your voice and all those important communication skills that I hope you will take with you into next year, and that will help you, you know, excel even further with your academic career. So thank you again, Rania, Maya, Hala, and Janita. You've made a lasting impression and brought so much energy to our space. And to everyone listening, thank you for joining us for this special Mindshare Co-op Connect podcast as part of the Canadian Co-worker magazine that will be coming your way tomorrow. And until next time, stay healthy, stay safe, and keep the learning curve steep.